Welcome to Invest. We talk about investing, finance, or professional. So current time of 9:32 a.m. on Eastern Time, Ethereum contract $2,798, down about 0.53% so far. Respect over crypto markets, see clearly, relatively to the altcoins of the house, we are seeing a collective normalization downward, approximately 4.5% across the spectrum. But the key coins, Ethereum and Bitcoin, are both relatively flat at the moment. And on the equity side, you could see that clearly, ahead of market open, we were kind of green, but as the market, hit 9:30 a.m. on the Eastern time, it started to slide off a little bit, as due to multiple reasons, right? One is with respect to the three consecutive rally that we've experienced so far, right? Firstly, coming from Tuesday, that anticipatory pressure ahead of the confirmatory FOMC verbiage that we got from Jerome Powell, right? And then on a Wednesday, specifically from the FOMC meeting, hearing from Jerome, confirming the signal going forward, and then subsequently on Thursday, we had that relief rally, right? So it's just three consecutive days of readjustment from the market trying to price in the interest hikes that the Fed has been trying to lay out for us. So it was frankly an overreaction across the market, and secondly, people taking more of a foreshadow perspective on it, but also because of some other affectation across the media. Not specifically in international region, right? With respect to Ukraine-Russian war, it seems like it's still kind of percolating. This has not really confirmed to be digressing. It's still kind of lingering on, so it can be stretched out going forward. There's some complexity around the financial dynamics as well, on the trade and sanctions as well. And in addition to on China, on the potential delisting news, which subsequently came out from a couple of different media affectations saying that China is actually in support rather than actually potentially delisting. So that news subsided, and which subsequently drive a huge rally across the Chinese stocks. So that conveys some sort of a bullish signal across the small cap high growth stocks. And in addition to that, with respect to the COVID, right, which has seems like the cases are kind of exponentially growing in China, so that also created a hindrance. So now we are having the relief rally surging for the last 3 days. Friday is typically the safe haven affectation, try to take some profits. But in addition to that, we also have one additional catalyst today. Is something called quad riching, which happens only a handful of times per year. So this is basically a simultaneous expiration of stock index future, options on stock index futures, single stock options, index options, and when all of these four catalysts, all of these contracts expire at the same time, contingent on the call to put ratio that's in the market, it can generate a relatively sizable volatility and volume for today. So that's something we could look out for. We do not know because it's kind of binary ultimately. It's really contingent on how many people are shorting versus how many people are longing the market. So we'll see how that goes later today. But regardless of how the volatility will look like, we are seeing a normal course of dynamics on a Friday. So let's just dive into technicals. Respect to recording time of 9:35 a.m. on the Eastern time. We're basically gliding just $50 below the 2850. The next level down is going to be 2625, as we know, right? Can we get up above and then go up to 3158? I would say that give that maybe a 30% probable that we will do so, because with the 54 out of 70, we've curved up for quite some time now. We are looking for an apex. I don't see a major catalyst that's coming for Ethereum that will allow for this to keep going up. So I think 2625 to ideally even cracking below to 2365 to deplete this is very logical from here. Bitcoin seems very weak right now. We're still having that downward trend, downward pattern, the lower low, right? With the 52 out of 70. Have the apex, it seems like it's formed already. So as we crack below 40, we'll go back to 37,500. And I think ideally even hitting to somewhere around like 35 all over again. It would not be improbable. Dogecoin 11.51 right now, anywhere from basically 11 cents all the way to 10.66 is still logical at 39 out of 70. Cardano is down about 1%, anywhere from 78 all the way to 75 from here is still logical. Solana is down about 5% so far, at 78 to 75 right now, with the 46 out of 70. So I still like anywhere from, frankly, 85 to 75 from here. It's not terrible level to incur risk though. XRP is down about 2.25%. Just linger around the level. We like just have sticky around the 78 right now because it's a consolidated level that is relatively substantive if you look into it, right? But if you crack below, we're gonna go back to 69. So I like anywhere from 69 to 57. Polkadot's down about 5%. 16 to 14 from here with the 51 out of 70. So not the best at the moment. Algorand's flat as well. If you believe in it, now would be an ideal time to be getting in, because it's been just bleeding for quite a long time, as you can see. Shiba Inu is at the buying area right now. Again, right, 2100, 1400 to 900 based on the frames of DCA. Polygon down about 1%, 142 to 120. We are within the frame right now, so incurring risk right now is not terrible. AVAX 59 to 50. This is still a downward pattern, very comparable to like how Bitcoin is being traded right now. So not the best. Still 59 to 50 from here. Terra is on the verge of flying off the cliff right now. You could see that this seems very much like head, shoulder pattern. So it's gonna fall really nasty, and you can see that there's no really strong substantive support in betweens, right? I think we might kind of hover around 72 based on the Bollinger Bands here, but I'm not sure how we can sustain that because it's so weak at this level. I would prefer anywhere from like 62, 52 to 45 from here. All right, so that's it for crypto today. Obviously, we're seeing more of a normalization in comparisons to the massive volatility, at least in the first half of today. But the later half of today, we'll be having the quad witching events that's going to be happening. So we might see some wild stuff going on later. So definitely watch out. But it's not like due to anything macro. It's just because contracts being expired all happens at the same time. So that would drive some ups or downs. We don't know. So we'll see how that goes. Appreciate you. Have a good day. Take care. Bye.